The trail was crowded that morning. Families passed with dogs. Retirees stopped for photos. A solo backpacker stepped off the gravel path and disappeared between the trees. No scream followed. No struggle echoed. Just an empty trail and a pack that never came back out. Searchers blamed the wilderness. A fall. Exposure. An animal. That explanation held for years. Then, 3 seasons later, a ranger spotted something half-buried beneath wet leaves. It wasn't natural. It wasn't an accident. And it changed everything. The backpacker's name was Evan Miller, 24 years old, recently graduated, newly unmoored. He'd left his job in Portland, told friends he needed space, and pointed his car east toward a national forest known for gentle switchbacks and postcard overlooks. The route Evan chose wasn't extreme. No cliffs. No scrambling. The trail map promised cell coverage in stretches and steady foot traffic year-round. Evan signed the register at the trailhead at 9:14 a.m. A park volunteer remembered him asking about water sources and bear activity. He wore a gray jacket, carried a blue internal frame pack, and joked about getting back before sunset to beat traffic. His phone pinged a tower at 10:02 a.m. Then it went silent. When Evan failed to return that night, friends assumed a late camp. By morning, worry settled in. By afternoon, the park activated a search. The first theory came easily. People vanish in the woods. Ankles break. Weather turns. Panic sets in. Helicopters scanned ridgelines. Dogs tracked scent along the creek. Volunteers fanned out, boots crunching across ground already softened by rain. They found Evan's footprint near a fallen log and a candy wrapper torn open with teeth. Nothing else followed. 2 days later, a thunderstorm rolled through. The ground washed clean. Scent vanished. The search shifted from rescue to recovery. Investigators framed the story for the public. Solo hiker. Remote terrain. Unpredictable conditions. The forest, not a person, was the villain. It made sense. It let everyone breathe. Evan's parents did not. They drove the trail again and again. They stood at the overlook where Evan's last photo was taken, a selfie with a half smile and fog lifting behind him. They pressed rangers with questions. Why would he leave the path? Why no gear was found? Why dogs lost the trail so abruptly? Answers came back measured and polite. People underestimate the wild. Animals scatter remains. Time erases evidence. Months passed. Snow fell. The case went quiet. In the second year, rumors started. Locals talked about odd finds off-trail. A boot lace knotted to a branch. A length of wire wrapped around a sapling. Rangers dismissed them as debris left by hunters and hobbyists. The forest hosted trappers during regulated seasons. Old equipment surfaced from time to time. Nothing illegal. Nothing connected. Then a jogger found Evan's water bottle. It lay 50 yards downhill from the trail, wedged between rocks, scuffed but intact. No teeth marks. No cracking from a fall. The cap still twisted tight. Its location raised eyebrows. If Evan had slipped, gravity would have taken more with him. If an animal dragged items away, damage would show. Searchers returned with renewed energy. They found no bones. No pack. No phone. The prevailing theory shifted subtly. Maybe Evan encountered foul play near the trail. Maybe a confrontation. Maybe a stranger. The forest had seen crimes before. A car break-in. A poaching ring. Nothing like this though. Without evidence, the case stalled again. 3 years after Evan vanished, a maintenance crew cleared brush after a windstorm. A ranger named Luis Ortega noticed a glint beneath a mat of leaves near a game path intersecting the hiking route. He knelt, brushed away debris and froze. It was a snare. Steel cable. A spring-loaded anchor. The loop sized for a leg. Weathered but intact. Carefully camouflaged with bark and soil. Placed where a person stepping off the trail would land. Snares are legal in limited contexts. This one wasn't marked. It wasn't registered. It sat too close to a public path. The mechanism showed signs of tension and release. Luis flagged the site and called it in. Investigators combed the area and found more. Another cable 30 yards downslope. A third near the creek, this one broken. Each placed along natural detours hikers used to avoid mud. Each designed to grab, tighten, and hold. The forest stopped feeling accidental. For the first time, officials acknowledged a new possibility. Someone had been setting traps where people walked. The revelation rewrote the past. Evan's footprint near the fallen log. The sudden loss of scent. The water bottle found intact downhill. The absence of scattered gear. A snare could explain it all. A leg caught. A fall. Panic. An injury severe enough to prevent movement. A location hidden from view and sound. Predators didn't have to be involved. Time would do the rest. The park closed sections of the trail and quietly canvassed nearby properties. Rangers spoke to trappers and hunters. Most were cooperative. A few bristled. One man claimed someone had stolen his gear years earlier. Another insisted the forest swallowed people and always had. A forensic team examined the snare. The cable bore traces of fabric fibers consistent with hiking pants. No DNA survived. Weather had erased it. The media framed the story carefully. A possible illegal trap. An ongoing investigation. No confirmation linking it to Evan. The family heard something else. Proof that their son didn't simply wander into oblivion. Attention turned to a cluster of disappearances that never made headlines. A teenager who got separated during a day hike and was found weeks later miles away. A retired couple who reported hearing someone shout for help off trail, then nothing. A hunter injured by a trap he claimed wasn't his. Patterns emerged. Always near water. Always near informal detours. Always places where boots drifted off the official path. Investigators believed the snare wasn't meant for animals alone. Its placement favored human movement. Its strength exceeded what was needed for small game. Its concealment suggested patience. Someone knew the trail. The final piece surfaced in a storage shed on private land bordering the park. A neighbor complained about rusted equipment and strange smells. A deputy responded, expecting a nuisance call. Inside he found coils of steel cable, spring mechanisms, and a notebook wrapped in plastic. The pages listed dates and weather conditions. Notes about foot traffic. Arrows marking creek crossings. One entry stood out. Blue pack. Solo. Off trail. Morning. The date matched Evan's disappearance. The owner of the shed had moved out of state 2 years earlier. He'd worked seasonal jobs. Maintenance. Trail clearing. He understood where people stepped without thinking. Authorities never recovered Evan's remains. The terrain where the snares were found had been scoured by floods and animals. Time had won. What remained was the truth that replaced the comfortable lie. The forest hadn't taken Evan. Someone had used it. The trail reopened with new signs and patrols. Families kept walking. Dogs kept pulling at leashes. The gravel still crunched underfoot. Most people never noticed the places where leaves lay too carefully arranged. The end.